This is a MacBook Air M1 2020 A2337 charge port replacement. See, you can see it's not charging. My amp reader isn't working. I tried both ports. I tried flipping it over. This thing can sometimes be a little bit touchy, so you got to flip the charger on it and then see if it will work. But it looks like it's not working here, so we're going to get this thing opened up. So we'll grab our 4PL screwdriver and remove all the screws from the bottom. Got the bottom off, we can disconnect the battery, and to do that, you'll lift the lever and then you will just pull it off just like so. We're going to plug it in here and see if it's a battery issue and see if it turns on at all. And it's not turning on, so it's definitely the charge port. So grab out our T3 screwdriver and unscrew the two screws holding down the bracket that holds down the connection connected to the logic board. I got my part from mobilecentrics.com in the US here, and it's called the USB-C charge port board. Anyways, you'll use a T5 screwdriver to unscrew the two screws holding down the charge port. And once you get it removed, actually, you don't need to take out the logic board. You'll just have to pull it out at an angle. You just kind of pull it from the cable. It's already broken, so don't worry about breaking something. Other than if you're like really stuck on the logic board, then you could really break the logic board. But we took it out here, and you can see it is very damaged. It might have some sort of liquid damage or something was on their charger when they plugged it in. And we're going to clean out the port right here and make sure it's cleaned out before we stick our new charge port in. We're going to clean out the port with some fine pointed tweezers and just scrape off the residue that's stuck in there and blow it out with some air. You can always use a little bit of alcohol to clean it or loosen whatever's stuck in there. And that stuff is safe to go on the logic board, but you just want to make sure it's all dried up before you turn it on. Perfect. We got the new charge port here, and we'll just put it in at an angle and slide it in and kind of wiggle it, and you'll get it in. And just try not to break it. If you're too forceful, you could end up breaking something. Once you have the new charge port installed, you'll screw it down with a T5 screwdriver, and make sure you screw these two screws down before you test it, because you don't want it shifting around in there. Once it's all screwed down, then you can connect the connectors. Sometimes when you get these connectors, it doesn't go on perfectly right away, like it just doesn't bend right. But you'll just put that down and then grab your T3 screwdriver and screw down the two screws holding it down. And then we can put it all the way back together. This part of the video, I'm just going to speed it up. You guys can take it from here. This repair is super easy. I feel like anyone can do it. But the hardest part is just diagnosing what's wrong with it. So after it's all screwed down, then you'll reconnect the battery, plug it in before you screw it all the way back together. I recommend testing it to make sure your part isn't defective. My part ended up being defective, so I had to redo everything. But since I was making this video, I did screw it all back together. The port worked only on one direction, so it's important to flip the charger both ways to make sure it charges both ways, because sometimes it's defective in that way, and that's what happened to me. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe.